Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, many businesses are seeing an uneven return to work. Many are fully back or never left like essential workers, have adopted a hybrid model, or are fully remote. Joining me to discuss how HR technology is evolving is Craig Cohen, Division Vice President and General Manager at ADP Marketplace. Craig, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Hi, Jill. Thanks for having me.
What is the state of human resources technology, and what are clients really looking for in today's environment?
Well, it was changing and evolving way before COVID, but since COVID, we've seen the number of HR tech systems rise dramatically. So last year we had about average of 8 per client. They had eight different HR tech systems, and now they're over 10, and they rely on over 29 system integrations. So we're seeing more and more companies really focus on the client experience, which is their employees, and we're seeing them really build and find products to fulfill those needs.
So in today's new world of work, how are you seeing HR technology changing for your clients? I would imagine your team has been working hyperspeed with the workforce in such a fluid environment.
Yeah, for sure. So the first thing is they're looking for ways to manage how they manage remote work. So remote work is here to stay. We're seeing how do we communicate, how do we engage, how do we involve our employees in a regular basis and make them feel like they're a part of a bigger solution. So that's one thing. We're also seeing where employees are much more concerned. There's anxiousness, there's distance involved. So how do we address employees' concerns? Because mental health is a big thing, exasperated caregiving, things like that are really taking a toll. Also, we've seen the talent marketplace is thriving. So believe it or not, because of remote work, employees are finding jobs they can work anywhere for, and companies are becoming much more open where you're not locked into a specific city. So that war for talent is becoming even greater. And if you think about the way that the digital world is changing, people and job specific goals are changing. So they're looking for people to really fulfill it. And that comes along with reskilling, training, education, those type of things. And then finally, the way the world is going, we have to think ethically, right? Like, how do we think ethically in meaning, how do I get back to work and keep my employees safe? How do I provide them a work environment where they have the tools to be successful? How do I make them feel welcome and warm? So there's all these different things that are really taking a huge part in how employees, employers are treating their employees. And that's where the marketplace and our ecosystem is really fitting in.
Why is HR integration so important?
HR integration is important because, as I mentioned earlier, there's multiple systems. And with all these different things that clients are adding, employers are adding for their employees, they're picking best of breed products. And those best of breed products all need to work seamlessly together. And if you think about the employer and the HR person or the finance person or the operations person or even the owners in small businesses, we're seeing that they want to bring these systems on. They want them to talk to each other, but at the same time, they don't have the bandwidth to make them work together. So now they're entering the same data across multiple systems, and that's not working for them. And what it does is it provides a bad client experience, a bad employee experience. The employer is struggling, and it's basically, think about our world, Joe, like we have multiple passwords. Imagine if you have 10 to 11 HR systems, and now you are an employee and you've got to log into 10 different. It makes it really difficult, and usability is really tough for the employee.
So let's talk about ADP Marketplace specifically. What's the value behind your HR marketplace, and how do the clients benefit?
It's a great question. So we always talk about, I look at things as when you're building a house, and I'll use this example, when you're building a house, and if you have a Swiss Army knife where you're just to have something to make everything work together, it might get some of the small things to work together, but when you're building the floor and the foundation and you're putting walls up and all that, you really need a best of breed tool. And what the marketplace ecosystem does is it gives the client the flexibility to find the specific HR solutions to fit their needs, because one size doesn't fit all. At the same time, it fits into the buying process. So think about the way that you buy, I buy, we all buy now. We buy in a digital world, and we want to do it, and we want instant gratification. So what the marketplace does is it takes all of that experience. It allows you to find HR solutions. It allows you to look at reviews. It allows you to find what's best for you. It allows you to try it. It allows you to buy it right there. It allows you to implement it. So it's doing all these different things right there at your fingertips. And it comes with all the connectors to make them work together. And it all ties to ADP, which is the leader in the industry.
All right, now as clients approach open enrollment, in fact, we're going through that right now at Nasdaq, how will they be looking to ADP and ADP Marketplace for help?
Yeah, there's two ways. So the first way is there's benefits administration. And what I mean by that is there's the tools that you need to make open enrollment usable, enjoyable, and give the experience. So what we do is with the marketplace is we provide one ADP's benefits administration system, which is amazing, but then there's also a lot of brokers and benefits providers that have their own benefits administration systems. And what we do is we provide the integration to make it work. So if you do your open enrollment through a third party, that automatically seamlessly goes into ADP and makes the changes. So that's the first side. The other side is, as part of open enrollment, and I mentioned earlier about how things are changing with COVID, benefits are changing. So it's not only your normal medical, dental, those type of things, vision. People are offering much more benefits, much more benefits and tools to their employees to make them get through all this. So, for example, we need telemedicine is becoming a much bigger thing. We're talking about working out at home and being able to track that and giving people discounts for being healthy. There's mental wellness. There's daycare. There's early access to wages and flexible pay options. There's student loan repayment, which is becoming a much bigger thing. And there's also financial health. So there's all these different benefits that come along with your normal traditional benefits. And with the marketplace, we're taking all that and putting it in one place for our customers to find, buy, discover, and implement right there.
All right, Craig, thanks for joining us on Trade Talks.
Thanks, Jill.
You got it. And thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.